Okay, so so hopefully you guys can hear me because there was you couldn't hear me yesterday on the replay. I was listening and it was very faint. I don't know why it was like that. It was coming out of the audio was very faint. Let's just see if I'm live on Facebook. I should be. Oh, okay, unable to connect. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, but we're not live on freaking Facebook. Um, okay, I might have to come back. It's not working. Yeah, I might have to start again, guys. Try that, see if that works. It's working now, finally. So, hopefully you can hear my voice because, we had issues yesterday, and then now it's live on Facebook, so it should be all sweet now. Hi, Sabaka. Hey, Oliver. Hey, Sailor. Okay, cool. So Jay Wilco says loud and clear. Alright. Now I'm trying to get the screen up. There's always, see, now you can see that. But you can't see my other screen. You can see this, right? Window capture. Yeah, you can see my Facebook stream, but you can't see this stream, which is my actual window stream. So it's just kind of weird. Window capture. So I might have to add another window capture so then you can see this one. That's the one I want you to see. Okay, now you can see it. Okay. There you go. So this other window capture, I'm gonna just take it out. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just doing some homework while I'm doing some housekeeping while I'm live. So that window capture we don't need, which is the other window capture, which is under this, which you can't see. So at least you can see that, right? Yeah. All right. So we got some people on YouTube tuning in. Good morning, everyone. And we got some people tuning in on Facebook. So good morning. So yeah, good morning. Hi Ryan, how you going, mate? Futuro Coin's the hottest ICO, I believe, this year. I disagree with you, but I know you're in Futuro Coin, but so much success with that. Yeah, obviously it's going to go well. So yeah, there's a lot of good ones coming. There's some really good ICOs. I mean, I just 14x'd on one ICO, which is I think's going to be one of the biggest projects in 2017. And there's another big one now. I'm sitting on about 5x, so I could probably cash that out, but I'm not going to because there's still more money to be made in it. So I mean, that's a minimum 10x. So there's, I'm waiting on that one. I'm not going to post. I'll post my results after, but pretty confident it's going to do a 10x. So there's another 60 grand. But I mean, you know, ICOs in general, the good ones will kind of like, you know, they'll work themselves out, right? The good ICOs will work themselves out. The other ones, over time, will just kind of, you know, time will tell where they're going to go. And that's what normally happens. Um, so, yeah, you guys doing that stuff, awesome. Having success with your programs, that's fantastic. There's so many ICOs popping up like mushrooms, but um, just got to be careful because now I'm starting to see, um, you know, just a lot of garbage out there, and you know, these pump and dumps are no longer working. So people are wising up. I mean, people that are getting into lending programs. I mean, that's, you know, the beginning of that was great, but now there's so many of them popping up. Some are starting to scam. Some, you know, so I say just go after the legit ones. Stay legit, and you won't have any issues of your money investing into something that is very questionable. I mean, you know, Raza, yes, has a membership fee of some thousand. It's actually $1,099, Raza. Um, and um, people in that group of like they're seeing a massive gains. Obviously, you know, depends on the individual. You know what you put into it. So Hashflare is right. So Hashflare, like they just announced that they've jacked up their. I was just talking about Hashflare yesterday. So now they're like put up their prices for BTC mining. So it's limited stock. I don't know how much left. So it's going to cost you $2.20 per gigahash, which is quite a bit. If we look at the sums, 10 gigahash is $2.20. So if we go $2.20 divided by 10, it's 22 cents per gigahash times 1,000. So it's 220. So Genesis, I think it's 179 for their BTC contracts for 1 terahash, whereas Hashflare have put their prices up again. Well, what they first did was they didn't make it open-ended, so they made it to 1 year, and now they've put their prices up to 220. The reason why they're doing this, I think, is because they know the demand is there, because they know that BTC contracts are out with Genesis, so they're going to put their price up because they know that people are still going to buy it. But this contract is still profitable. Now that they put the price up, you're going to get your money back in about 3 months, and then it's only a 1 year contract, so about 8 months you're going to get return. So it's still profitable, but it's only a 1 year contract. So they're being very you know, they're being very cunning about it. They know that the demand is outstripping the supply, and they put their prices up. So that's the deal with Hashflare. And I was looking at this actually this morning, and I looked at mining versus ICOs, and I can make more money with ICOs, even though I do mining as well. I did a lot of mining. Well, I still get paid a lot from mining, but this is before ICOs came along. But if you look at the mining versus ICOs, well, from my perspective, I can 10x an ICO in 3 months. With mining, I can probably, at the very least, get my money back. So what's more profitable? ICOs is way more profitable. There's nothing more profitable online than ICOs, in my opinion. And you know, we got them pumping out now. This month has been a very good month. Many people are cashing out. People are making tens and thousands of dollars in our group, which is just amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, if you stay with the legit ones, you lessen your risk. Exactly. I don't know why people throw money at these lending ICOs and don't even know who the F is running it. There's no team, nothing. You're gambling. You know, you're gonna see these lending platforms just knock up a website and they're gonna scam people, and then people are gonna go, oh, okay. I think some of them are already scammed. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not in that environment. Hi Tommy, how you going, mate? Counting your profits. So what I did was I went back into Wabi because I think it's a good buy. I previously sold Wabi, but then I went back into it, so I'm making profit. Yeah, so I went back into Wabi and I'm swing trading this one because right now alts are getting smashed. So I bought in at $100.59, and there you go. So you can see my balance. It says 9,180. So even though I sold my initial investment and made a pretty good profit, I still think there's profit to be made in it. I think Wabi is going to go, it's going to go all the way to the moon. So I've got back in, and now we're seeing BTC. We get alt smashed today, but don't worry about it. It'll all come back. And I think I'm going to make some more money on Wabi. So there's a lot of money. People are making a lot of money swing trading. And I talked about Wabi before, and I talked about QSP. So I got out of QSP, and then I'm waiting to get back into QSP, but it's at 18 cents. So long term, I think it's going to be good. So these are the ones I'm swing trading. There's also a bunch of other ones too. There's a lot of money to be made if you know what you're doing and you're watching. The only ones I kind of swing trade are the ICOs, because I know that I can swing trade them. Whereas these other ones, it's kind of tough because they're already trading, and I don't like to trade because, I just prefer to do ICOs. It's just a lot easier, and I don't want to spend all my day watching the computer. The Terra Miner project, I think it's a legit project, but again, it's just like the Avion, okay? These infrastructure projects it's risky to get into them early, because with infrastructure projects like Terra Miner or Envion, I did a live stream on Envion, and I said that it looks like a good ICO, but it's too risky in the beginning, because logistically they've got to put these things together. And same with Terra Miner, they haven't, it's just a white paper at the moment, right? Okay, Envion they put together one container with GPU miners, so I guess they had a working model, but I mean that wouldn't be hard. I mean, I could knock that together. I'll just throw 10 grand at it. But these infrastructure projects like Terra Miner and Envion, I think they're really good, but it's too early. It's too early, man. You know what I mean? The value of the ICO will reflect in the project. So as the project gets bigger, the value of the token will go higher, obviously. So you have to figure out for yourself: do I come in early with the lower price and risk it, or do I come in later when I know the project is, on its way? The project is, they're starting to get a few miners, or they set up their mining rigs, or they've got a couple of these containers going, or whatever, right? It's going to cost me a little bit more to get in then, but my money's more safe. All right, so this is what I'm seeing in online. A lot of people are wanting to hit the home run and come in and with the 10x, and that's not going to happen, because I mean, you could fluke it, but the truth is, your knowledge is not there yet. You have limited knowledge. You're coming into this space with limited knowledge. How are you going to 10x? Otherwise, every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there with limited knowledge would 10x. All right. So don't come into it thinking you're going to 10x. Once you learn the ropes and then you know what you're doing, right? Because you have to first gain the knowledge, then you first have to implement and get into these ICOs and start to learn the ropes. See, the longer you wait to get into doing ICOs, learning how to do them, the longer it's going to take before you become experienced enough to hit that 10x. Now, you might fluke it, but if you did it on your own, you're most likely not going to hit a 10x, because the 10x's are like the 1%ers. All right, it can happen. So you have to get your skill level up first. Once you get your skill level up, once you get your experience up, you can accelerate that process, like by months and months. If you join ICO Gold Rush, then you'll be up to speed, and then you'll most likely hit a 10x from, you'll know what people in our group are, successful people in our group are doing, and then it's just a matter of piggybacking them and then do your due diligence, right? It's pretty much a no-brainer. So that's what I recommend. Learn all this stuff properly, and then just piggyback off the people that are already in the group. Then you'll know what's hot, what's gonna pop, and what's like pretty much gonna go really well. Then you just apply the formula that we have, and then the chances of you hitting a 10x are way more if you do it that way. So there you go, Tommy 10x and YB, thanks to ICO Gold Rush. So you got to think to yourself, what do you want to do? You want to learn the hard way, or do you just want to take a shortcut and just get amongst the people that know what they're doing? Ask them either through our Slack group or live online through our webinars, and they'll tell you straight away. They'll tell you exactly what it is. So do you want to waste the money and try to figure it out by yourself alone, or do you want to just get straight to the point, find out exactly what is the best, and implement? Right? That's why these superstars have coaches. That's why all these superstars that you see now, athletes, they all have coaches for a reason. You know what I mean? To continually improve their craft. So that's what I'm seeing. A lot of people don't want to invest the money, but then when into themselves and spend $1,099, but then when they see me posting how I made a profit of not a profit, all up, I think that profit was about 75,000 in ICON. Yeah, they want the profit, but they don't want to learn how to do it. They don't want to invest in themselves. You know what I mean? If you invested in ICO Gold Rush in the beginning, you would have known about ICON, and you would have put some money into it because you know that it was a good deal. Because I basically, showed you my portfolio, and I made a profit of $75,000. That's just one of them. We're sitting on another 10x now. Hey, Tommy, you know that. You already cashed out on it, which is going to go to 10x fairly soon. I mean, right now it's sitting on like 5x, but I don't want to cash out because I think it's a 10x. But I think in maybe in less than 3 or 4 days it'll go 10x. And I want to cash out on that one, maybe even more. So, we'll see how much money I can get from that ICO. So right now, I'm playing with about 150 Ether. This is not including my portfolio. This is what I have to play with to buy more ICOs. So, the next ICOs, I'm going to pretty much try to double up on everything at the very bare minimum. If I 10x, I 10x, but I'm not really concerned about it. I just want to double up. So turn that 150 into 300, turn that 300 into 600, turn that 600 into 1200. boom, I'm already a millionaire. So there's no need to 10x anything. Um, it's just a matter of picking the right ones, finding out which is the best ICOs, pick the right ones, finding out what other people in the group are doing, and then invest what you can afford to lose. Um, it's the simplest way I know, the easiest way I know from people to get into ICOs is to join our group. Yeah, okay, you spend the money for $1,099, but what you're gonna get back is like way, 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 way more. There you go. Tommy said he 22x icon. There you go. So Tommy's killing it now, right? Next year, I mean, dude, you're gonna hit 7 figures next year, man. No doubt, no doubt, man. You got cash in the bank now. You can just keep on doubling up, right? I mean, we know the best ones, right, Tommy? And we're gonna, we 10x some, but it's all good. We 5x a couple. It's all good. So, yeah, next year is gonna be, we're just gonna smash it, man. And yeah, man, just a matter of time before you hit 7 figures, bro. I'll just beat you there. That's all. But it's all good, man. So that's what it's all about, right? Tommy got into this early, into ICO Gold Rush early. Now he's like laughing all the way to the bank. I mean, we're learning off Tommy ourselves, because he's swing trading and he's doing ICO. He's doing everything, man. We're learning off each other. So that's the whole deal. Every day we have new members coming on ICO Gold Rush. I had 2 members come on this morning. It's just comforting to know that people really want us, a new way to make money online without getting, smoked with these programs. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm done and dusted with programs. I mean, I said like 3 months ago that I'm done and dusted with programs. No more make money online programs. I know a lot of people you out there do that, which is fine. But for me, I'm done and dusted. And there was a lot of big programs that came. I could have made money, and then I just stuck to ICOs. I knew that ICOs was, now it's all starting to come together now, right? So now, where can you make that type of money? You can't make that type of money, right? And we're just pumping them out now, aren't we, Tommy? We're just pumping these things out. So we're about to get into a new one fairly soon. Actually, 3, maybe 2 more new ones, Tommy? Which we're looking at probably 10xing, easy 10x. So we know what's going on. So that's what I'm saying. Get amongst the people that know what's happening. So you put $1,000, you could get 10,000 back. It just depends, right? Just depends on the project. That's why we evaluate these projects before we even throw anything, before even they touch our money, all right? That's what smart investors do. So we're excited about it because now it's like a game, Tommy? It's just like a game. It doesn't even feel like, because we're playing with house money, it's like we can afford to take bigger risks in the sense that, okay, for me personally now, if I see a really good project, and there's two really good ones, I'll probably go into, actually I went into another one yesterday, but I haven't announced it yet. I'll have to put it on the sheet. But the other ones everyone knows about. I just thought this one could be good, but I didn't put much into it. I only put 5 Ether into it. But these other couple that are coming up, that everyone knows about because they're in the group and we want to discuss them in the webinars. Okay, so every week we discuss the best ICOs, which you should take a look at. So take a look at these ICOs. People are mentioning them. Run your numbers on them, and then ask questions. People are getting into the same ICO, and then blah blah blah, right? And there's a couple of ICOs we'll probably do before December ends, so we've got another 10 days. But what I'm starting to do is, because I'm playing with a lot more house money, I'm starting to put in more, maybe 40 Ether, maybe 50 Ether. So it's still a risk, obviously, but I'm just starting to focus more on the ones that are killer and putting more money into those ones. As before, when I first started, I was like spreading my risk out. Obviously, that's what we teach you to do when you first start. Don't come in and put all your money on one ICO because it's most likely going to tank. Because you're just starting out. So just start off with 5 ICOs and put $100 in each one. There's a $500, okay? Then learn the process. But now that we've got to a point where we're a little bit further down the track, what I'm doing is I'm just focusing more on a couple of ICOs and putting more, like, just going into them, like loading up on them. So that's the deal. That's the deal. My personal strategy, but everyone's got their own personal strategy. So I'm seeing many members in the group that are just killing it now. One of the guys is Steve Laker. He's just really happy for the dude. He's killing it, man. I think he made like 45,000 this week. And that's just amazing because, not long ago he was struggling, We did a lot of stuff together and it didn't work out. And he's just had a stellar week. Like, he's just pumping. And he did a couple of swing trades, just a bit of playing on the side, and he still made a couple of G's. So it's all coming together. It's just coming with the right people and mixing with the right people that know what's happening and getting this information. So then you might want to swing trade, or you just do the ICOs, which is what we do, right? That's what we do. That's how we roll. We don't do our own programs or nothing. It's just ICOs, man. And next year it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Now, that's pretty much it. Going to meet up with my mate Keithy Broom fairly soon. I haven't caught up with him. Always catch up with him when I get to Australia. So, we're running out of time, but probably catch up with him today. He's picking me up, and we'll have a good chat about the future. And because we used to do rev shares together, but we're still good mates. We don't do rev shares anymore. I'm not in any of his programs. I've signed up under Swiss Gold Global, but I'm not doing anything with that. I've just got Genesis going, and I just do ICOs. That's all I do. Like, there's more money. In my opinion, ICOs is just way more money. So that's what I do. So I'll catch up with him fairly soon. And he's picking this up in about another hour or so. Catch up with him. But other than that, just watching everything. I got my phone, so I can watch the news and everything that's happening from my phone. And if anything that I need to attend to, I could probably do it, because sometimes you miss these ICOs, but that's what happens sometimes. You can't get them all, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go some questions, and I'll let you guys get amongst, do your thing in your day. So if there's any questions, just let me know. Okay, so Hashing20. I think I got an email from Hashing24 today as well, but I didn't read it. Hashing24 opened up their bid site for contracts, so they're probably yeah, okay. So Hashing24, Hashflare, and Genesis Mining are kind of the ones that have been around for the longest. Oliver says, what do you think about the co-founder of BGC pulling out of and going to BCC? I mean, that's probably why you're seeing this decline, right? The decline right now. Yeah, it's just news. It's just emotional. It's just emotional stuff happening. Bitcoin Cash. If you look at Bitcoin, you'll notice that it is declining, and there it is there. See, so it's taken a dip. It's gone back up. To be honest, Oliver, I really don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. All I'm here is to make money. Bitcoin Cash is one of those things which I don't really personally like, because I don't like the guys running it, and they're trying to monopolize it, and they did all this really sneaky crap to try to bring Bitcoin down and all this sort of stuff. But Bitcoin Cash has got cheaper transaction fees. It has some advantages over Bitcoin. But really, I really don't care, man. I'm just here to make money, so I can live my life and do what I want and travel the world. And a house is getting built, and man, I'm just happy as a pig in shit. I'm just flipping these ICOs and making bank. So if the co-founder of BTC moves to BCC, happy days, man. It's not going to affect me because I've diversified my portfolio quite a bit. So I recommend you guys do. Right, diversify your portfolio into multiple alts, because I see people and they got millions in Bitcoin. That is a stupid move, in my opinion. Right, you look at Dash. Dash is over 1,200 today. Because anything can happen in this space. It's so speculative. It's so volatile. Right, Bitcoin was like 20,000, then it dropped down to 16, 18. Now it's gone back up. It's so volatile, right? So get into multiple alts. So then if one goes down, the others are going to pick up the slack. Let's say Bitcoin went down, then the next thing would be like everyone would go into the other coins. You know what I mean? Like there's still multiple crypto. Like not everything in the whole world is going to just, like, not all of crypto is just going to disappear overnight, right? But if you've got everything in Bitcoin and Bitcoin does one day shit itself, or for whatever reason something happens to it, you haven't got everything in Bitcoin. So that's what I recommend. Just always diversify your portfolio and put in multiple things. Because if shit happens, you're going to lose everything. Because you put all your eggs in one basket. You got to be smart about this stuff, because you got to think anything can happen. I think that Bitcoin in a couple of years' time is going to be a big major problem. It's already a major problem now. I think it's not going to be scalable. Once the mainstream are just getting onto Bitcoin, it's not going to be scalable. And they're supposed to be doing this Lightning network. It's supposed to integrate into Bitcoin, but I don't think it's going to happen. Or they're having issues with it. So I think Bitcoin's future is very bleak, in the sense that if you look at the technicals behind it, it cannot sustain itself. Bitcoin is not scalable. There's already major issues with it. So, don't get carried away with this stuff. That's what I'm saying. I said this before. Look at it from a technical point of view. Once everyone comes and all the masses start to get onto Bitcoin, I mean, what transaction fees are going to be like $500? It's not going to work. So that's the issue with Bitcoin. Its scalability is the issue, and I think we're only at 1 or 2% in the sense of people that are into Bitcoin compared to the world, And once people get into Bitcoin, we've only got to increase about 2 or 3%, and the whole system's fucked. So I think that'll come. It's inevitable. It'll come, and it's just not scalable. So you got to look at things like IOTA, but right now, I think that we can make some money, but don't get carried away with this stuff. I've seen it all before, guys. I've seen it where people get carried away with this stuff, and then overnight, disappears. Income's gone. Right? You got to be smart about this shit. Cover your ass. Don't get carried away with this stuff. Every week, Aaron, we have weekly webinars, and on those webinars, we discuss which are the best ICOs to get into. So it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. That's why I recommend new people just jump on the webinars, because we're going to tell you straight away, this is what we're doing. Then go and do your due diligence on it, okay? It's the fastest way option. Fastest way I know how. Tayan says, can you buy ICO Gold Rush with altcoins. Yeah, you can buy with Litecoin, Dash, Bcash, or Bitcoin. I recommend you do. I mean, you can use Bitcoin, but the Bitcoin network could be clogged up. It takes a while, right? You know, it might take 12 hours to confirm. So that's why I recommend you use Dash, Litecoin, or Bcash. You'll have instant access within within a couple of minutes. You don't have to wait. And if you want to change into Litecoin, Dash, or Bcash, just go to changely.com. Okay, with a double L. Or if you have already, just go to Changely and select Bitcoin. Or if you already have it, you can do it. Do Dash. We don't have Ethereum. I don't know why we don't have Ethereum. It's just the gateway. The gateway merchant we have just doesn't have Ethereum, which is, I know it's stupid. If we had Ethereum, that'd be so much awesome. Okay, they're not doing transfers at the moment. See, dear customers, Ethereum network is heavily overloaded. Transactions be delayed up to a few hours. Right, so okay, so the alternative is if you got Litecoin or Dash or Bcash, then you can buy it that way. But then again, it's still going to take you time too. So you could go to Bitstamp. If you want to go to Bitstamp, you can transfer it over, right? Oops. Oh, can't type. Go to Bitstamp. Bitstamp.net. Alright, that's the site, and you better buy directly by Dash with or Litecoin with a credit card. Alright, or another one is or you could go to Wall of Coins is also pretty reputable. They've been around for a long time. Wall of Coins. Alright, that's it there. Just Google this stuff. Can buy with can buy and sell. Also local bitcoins. Local bitcoins, they don't have it in Australia anymore because it's not licensed. But they can, you can buy pretty much in every other country, I think. And then just, oh, they do Australia. I don't know why. Okay, they took the site down recently. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, it's weird. Anyway, they must be still trading on local bitcoins and selling to Australians. All right. Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they couldn't have localbitcoins.com.au because it wasn't licensed in Australia. Maybe that's what it is. So if you go to local bitcoins and type in your country, you can find a reputable seller that will. You just need to pay them, and they'll send you the Bitcoin. So you can do it through bank transfer. The fastest way to do is to where's local bitcoins? If you're in the United States, you find a reputable seller. Okay, find a reputable seller with 3,000 or 5,000 transactions. Okay, so for example, United States USD. Let's just say let's just pretend that this was like Australian. Okay, American. So this seller here would be like let's move this out of the road. This seller here would be like, I've actually used this guy before, but this seller here would be like what would you want to look for? Okay, of local bitcoins, number of confirmed trades 3,000 plus from 2,625 different partners. This is just like eBay in a sense. Okay, score is 100%. They've been around for a couple of years. These are the trusted sellers that you only want to purchase off. And when you buy through them, what you want to do is you want to use the same bank as them, so then it's instant. So for example, let's just say if they have Bank of America, and you have a Bank of America account, right? What you do is you transfer your money out of Bank of America directly into their Bank of America account, and obviously you do this through the site. Okay, so you're gonna have to learn how to use local bitcoins. When you buy it through the site, and then they confirm the transactions, and local Bitcoin acts like a intermediary. So as soon as you go and buy this whatever Bitcoin you're going to buy, what it automatically does is it pulls a Bitcoin out of their account and it puts it into local Bitcoin's account, right? And they hold it, and then once you send the payment to their local bank account, according to their instructions, if you pick them, then they're going to release they're going to confirm, you confirm, and then local Bitcoins will release the Bitcoin into your account, all right, into your local Bitcoin account, all right? And that's a good way to buy Bitcoin. I'm not sure if you can buy Litecoin as well, or Dash, I'm not sure. But that's one way too. I mean, you can convert it that way, whatever. If you have to use Bitcoin, but it's just, there's going to be delays, that's all. So that's one way to use local Bitcoins. Only you go after the reputable sellers, all right? Otherwise, you're going to get burnt. There's a bunch of them. I'm not going to spend like a million, more time on it, but that's pretty much it. And then you can just buy with, and then just go on the site and then just purchase and follow the instructions. What else is there? Okay, Genesis with Monero contracts. I did this thing on a Monero just the other day actually, but I'll show you Monero now. It is profitable. All right. The short answer is it is profitable. So let's just go to Coin Wars. Now I don't know whether it's still available. I think it's still available in Genesis Mining. Now it's the worst performing contract, right? Obviously Bitcoin's the best, then Ethereum, or Bitcoin Dash, Ethereum, Litecoin, but they're all sold out. So the only other alternative you have is with Monero if it's still available. Now I can't remember whether it's 15 gigahash or 15,000 gigahash or 15,012. I think it's 12,000. I think it's 12,000. Let me just hang on a second. But basically, I think I did the numbers on this recently, and hang on a second. Let me show you. Actually, what I'll log into my Genesis Mining account. Just give me a second, guys. I'll do the Monero thing live for you, so then you know. It's still profitable though, although, it's like anything. I mean, I haven't logged into my. I don't log into my Genesis Mining account every day. I've just got the screen black because then, obviously, I don't want anyone to be logging. I don't want anyone to be hacking into my Genesis Mining account. I make a lot of money every day from Genesis Mining, and that's one problem I don't need. Even though they are very good with security, I just don't want to go there. Security is huge, guys. I take security very, very seriously because I have a lot of altcoins. And if someone was to hack my account, I'll be screwed, right? So I'm just logging into my account now. Let's just go here. So this is my Genesis mining account. So if we go buy hash power, yeah, it's still available. All right, so 12,000 USD is going to cost me 15,000 Terra or 15,000 hash. So if we go to Coin Wars, I mean, there's what to mine. I mean, you know, just they're all pretty much the same. Coin Wars gives you the calculation. It gives you the cost. Oops, spent all day trying to find it. So let's just go to Monero. So the hash rate would be 15,000. I think. Yeah, 15,000. And the hardware cost is 12,000. Pool fees, I just put 1%. So this Genesis mining contract for Monero is still available. It's not the best, but it's still good. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Damn, that's good. Alright guys, so actually, yeah, sorry, I was looking at something else. It's not as good as I thought. I was looking at the wrong section. It's around about 238 days, right, to break even, and it's a 2-year contract. But Monero is going up quite a bit. So let's see. 238 days. 238 divided by 30. So roughly about 8 months. 8 months, a little bit. 7.5 months, maybe a bit less. For your break-even point, and then you got basically 13 months, 12 months, yeah, about 13 months of profit. So every year, about a year, you're gonna make 19,000. And you spend 12,000. So it's still a good deal. It's only a 2-year contract. So, I mean, if you want to spend the money, and it is available, but you're only really only going to earn 13 months profit. But Monero is going up as well. So Monero is going to continue to go up. You just got to weigh that out for yourself. But if we just go look at this calculator here, I mean, this is just all speculative. This one here I got here. What is it called? Oh man, I don't even know the name of it. What's it freaking called again? This one here, Wallet Investor. This isn't entirely accurate, but it just sort of gives you an idea anyway. Don't take this stuff as gospel, because it is a little bit inaccurate. So this is what they reckon Monero is going to be according to them. Current price is $359. In a year's time, it's going to be about $545. But it is going to go up heaps. All right, it is going to go up heaps. So that's something to, you know, consider as well. All right, the Monero that you're mining is going to be it's going to be worth a lot of money one day. Difficulty is going to go up as well. But anyway, other than that, guys, I'm pretty much gonna keep going, and I'll see you guys. Yes, Litecoin's gonna be massive next year, man. Litecoin's gonna be massive, dude. It's gonna be like a couple $1,000 next year. So, in my opinion, just me, I'm accumulating my Litecoin. I'm just getting as much Litecoin as I can. It's only $344. Next year, it's going to be worth a couple thousand, maybe even 3,000. So, and it's gonna outperform Bitcoin. Okay, so get as much Litecoin as you can. Get as much Dash as you can. Get as much of these top coins, okay? Ethereum, even Bcash. All right, get all these, put them in your portfolio, and just hodl. Any Monero, maybe Neo as well, Cardano, IOTA. Just get as much of this stuff as you can, and lock it away. If you want to play it safe, just lock it away. And in a couple of years' time, you're going to be a multi-millionaire. I mean, it just depends on how much you put in, obviously, but you're going to be glad you did. And this is just me, right? This is what I think, because I think 2017 was a boomer year. Next year, it's going to just be out of control. It's going to be out of control, guys. It's going to be like, wow, I thought you look a Litecoin that was cheap at $344. Now it's like $2,000. All right. So anyway, guys, you guys have a good day. Thanks for tuning in today. Sometimes these kind of live streams drag on a bit, but you know, you guys watch them, so I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys at the moon. That's where we hang out. Catch ya.